Hallo. Hallo Jürgen. Ich fasse mich heute kurz. Meine Stimme ist noch nicht ganz wieder da, aber so ein bisschen geht's eigentlich schon wieder. Und dieses Spiel will gespielt werden, deswegen bin ich mal da. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich morgen da bin, aber heute bin ich auf jeden Fall mal da. Ja, das kam am 12. raus. Ich habe einen Key dafür bekommen gehabt. Ich kann es noch bis morgen spielen, sonst ist es abgelaufen, die Deadline. Aber das passt schon. Haben wir letztens den ersten Teil durchgespielt und jetzt den Nachfolgeteil. Das ist der Ehemann der Frau, wo wir im ersten Teil gespielt haben. Habe ich gespielt? Ja, habe ich gespielt, ja.
Konfektur, Jagna, Jid.
What was that? Where's that voice?
Prolog.
This is the story of a young girl. A girl who had strange and disturbing dreams.
Danke, Jürgen. Ist ja schon eigentlich fast gut wieder. Also hustenmäßig.
I know this place. I've been here before. This is the ancient stone city amidst the jungle.
Konfektur, Jagna, Jid. Doktor, Wes.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, ignore him. Just ignore him. He's not gonna hurt you. Just keep going. This constellation. Where am I? This is not the Earth.
Konfektur, Jagna, Jid.
Khan Vector Yagna Yith. In other words, find a statuette and save my race.
The statuette! Here it is. Finally. I have to get it. I have to...
This is the story of Evie Drayton.
Quick, quick. Before I forget. Where did I put my notebook? I have to write everything down.
Looking for answers was part of Evie's observant nature and analytical mind. Her recurrent dreams began shortly after a period in 1956, when she'd completely lost consciousness.
Rhythm and blues is definitely my kind of music. Reverend Charlton was adamant that I bring this cross to college. He must think Arkham is a den of iniquity and wickedness. Thank goodness. Still have a couple hours until thermodynamics class starts. Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease. I was lucky to be accepted at Miskatonic. It was one of the first universities in Massachusetts to admit non-white students. I couldn't leave my science fiction book collection in Benoit.
Escape from Arcadia. Hä? Jaffa Hills. Das andere Spiel von denen.
I couldn't leave my science fiction book collection in Benoit. Spitsbergen Island in Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness. This scary fellow that haunts me in my dreams is a Dimetrodon. He roamed the Earth 270 million years ago. Beatrice, along with me, is one of the few ladies studying physics at Miskatonic. Julian, Beatrice, Herbie, and I, we're always together. I've searched every astronomy book at the Miskatonic Library, but none of them contain any reference to this constellation. This photo was taken during my amnesia. I don't remember anything about it. When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always see in my dreams. Oh, here it is. Evie's Nightmare Journal.
Evie was worried that someone might read it. That's why she kept it locked away under that complicated padlock.
Aha. Ah, war richtig.
Yes,
Is this... are you Evangeline Drayton?
that's right. Who am I talking to?
I am the Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. I believe you wanted to ask me some questions, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Professor
Meet me today at 6 p.m. at 5 Prospect Road, outside of Boston.
Boston? That's almost a 2-hour train ride from Arkham. I thought
Do you want to talk or not?
Yes, yes, of course. I'll be there. 6 p.m., Prospect Road. See you in a couple of hours, Professor. All right, I should get ready. There's a lot of information here about my strange... I've always been a good student, but during my amnesia period, I almost reached excellence. All straight A's? I must have written about 1,000 letters to the archaeology dean in Miskatonic, and I've never received any answer.
Sag mal. Die Schublade geht nicht auf. Ah.
The Hydrangea Foundation took care of the insurance payout for Dad's accident. I had scholarships to attend several black colleges in the South, but it was the Foundation's money that allowed me to cover the tuition here at Miskatonic. I wish Papa had never taken that job in San Francisco. He'd still be with us. The medical report from my amnesia episode. According to this, I'm as fit as a fiddle.
Wird wie eine Fidele. Eine Fidel? Ähm.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
I don't think I finished reviewing everything here yet.
Ich hätte gedacht, ja. Hm.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
All right, I think I've gathered what I need.
As odd as it seemed to Evie that the Dean didn't meet her at the university, her need to know was stronger than her doubts. She was determined to attend the meeting. There, she would come across another protagonist in this story.
So, you have finally decided to talk to that young lady, Professor.
Yes.
Acknowledging responsibility for our previous mistakes is vital to moving forward. You've taken a crucial step in...
Listen, there's no need for us to talk, Doctor. The only reason I let you into my house is because you insisted it was necessary to prescribe my medication.
This is also the story of a sad, guilt-ridden, and lonely man. This is the story of my husband, Professor Harry Everhart.
Yes, I know well enough that discussing the effectiveness of our therapy sessions with you is futile. But you need to understand that therapy is just a part of the whole treatment. Without it, I can't go and...
Ask whatever you deem necessary and let's get this over with as soon as possible.
Fine. What about your position as Dean at Miskatonic University? We talked some time ago about your relationship with work. It was somewhat obsessive.
I didn't say that. You did.
Well, you told me you practically lived secluded in this very home, and the only thing that drove you to leave it was your job obligations. So, how would you define that?
I do what they pay me for. Teaching, student assessment, and certain logistical duties fall within my responsibilities. Cheering at the Miskatonic Mariners football games does not.
And are you happy with that? With your life now?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm asking it because it sounds like you're subjecting yourself to a kind of self-punishment.
I am not. Next question.
There's another topic you've never wanted to delve into, Professor. Would you now be open to...
You're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Okay. What happened to your wife, Professor?
Ah ja. Da geht es um die zwei Entscheidungen, die wir treffen konnten im Spiel. Zuerst habe ich gemacht, dass sie nach Hause gekehrt ist. War aber irgendwie... Die zweite Entscheidung war irgendwie die richtigere. Verließ mich.
She left home and never returned.
Harry hated giving details about my absence, for lack of a better word. Especially if those details meant talking about a certain expedition.
I see. And how do you feel about that?
What's my wife got to do with all this?
You see, the reason I'm asking, Professor, is because when we began therapy, you mentioned Visions. Some sort of oily shadows casting themselves on the wall. You mentioned those visions began shortly after whatever happened to your wife. So, tell me, do you still see those shadows, Professor?
Ja.
No, not since I started taking the medication, at least.
Harry had tried everything, and none of it worked. Not even the medication that helped him sleep could take away those oily shadows. But he kept it to himself.
Listen, there is something different I want to try in today's session. I believe hypnotherapy might...
Don't even think about it. Hypnotism is a scam.
Professor, with all due respect, I believe you're mistaking mesmerism with hypnotism. Even so, if you want me to prescribe the...
You won't give me my medication unless I submit to your quack experiment, is that it?
I'm deeply sorry you see it that way, Professor. But I need you to trust me in this.
Then go ahead. Wave a pocket watch in my face if that's what you need to do.
There's no need for pocket watches, Professor. The sound of a metronome will be more than enough. I need you to relax and free your mind. And think of something pleasant. A fond memory, if you will. Something that took place here, in the Everhart Manor.
A fond memory? In this place?
It wasn't easy for Harry to find a fond memory in the same manor where he had spent an extremely unhappy childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe.
December 1930. The last Christmas my wife and I ever spent at Everhart Manor. She insisted on coming, despite my parents never approving of our marriage. But that was the kind of person she was.
Interesting. Tell me more about it, Professor Everhart.
Every time I gave her a present, I prepared a little scavenger hunt. She loved it. She loved solving my stupid riddles.
As you may have noticed, this story has more than one protagonist. And though I am not one of them, I believe I, Nora Everhart, play a crucial part in it. Can I open my eyes now, Harry?
Not yet. We're almost there. Let me open the door and... Now, open your eyes.
Look what you've prepared. It's another one of your scavenger hunts, huh?
Of course, old pal. Now, if you want your present, you'll have to earn it.
Can I use my journal to write down clues?
Well, technically that's against the rules, but I'll turn a blind eye this time.
You're so kind.
Okay. Schnitzeljagd.
A new decade. I wonder what the future has in store for us. I swear, even in a painting, your father's stare sends shivers down my spine. You know you're looking more like him every year.
Nora, for the love of God, don't even joke about that.
wonder what my darling husband is keeping locked up in here.
You'll have to put that brain of yours to work to find it.
Oh, look at your sad little face in this photo.
You know me. I've never been the life of the party.
Oh, look at your sad little...
Wait. There's something wrong in this memory. This wasn't...
Ignore it. Focus on that moment. Your wife. That happy memory.
What are you up to now? Oh boy, what a drawing. Is this supposed to be a tree?
Of course it is. I'm doing the best I can with my limited art skills.
Well, at least you're good at playing the piano.
I'm seeing those oily shadows in here. Why am I seeing those shadows?
Focus, Professor. Keep remembering.
Do you remember when we slow danced to Dear Old Pal of Mine at Maddie's house?
The end of the Great War Party and our first kiss. How could I forget?
Sieben Ziffern, 7 weiße Tasten. Hm.
Tell me you didn't vandalize a piano just for a scavenger hunt, old pal.
Nora, who do you think I am? It's just crayon.
Okay, da ist kaputt oder so. 3 und 3. 1, 4, 6.
This darkness. Everhart Manor. My house is not...
Professor, don't drift off. Keep going.
Harry, I can't believe it! It's that statuette! And it even has a black ooze orb. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
No. Wait. What do you mean a statuette? Don't touch it, Nora!
Keep going, Professor. It's important. Where is the statuette now?
You. You're no psychiatrist. Who are you?
I'm not going to ask you again, Professor Everhart.
Okay.
Shortly after Harry's peculiar hypnosis session, Evie finally arrived at Everhart Manor.
Prospect Road 5. Here it is. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. Wait. What is going on here? Professor? Is everything all right?
Most
war
people would have
Regenschweiz.
turned away and left. But not Evangeline Drayton. She had been waiting for months to talk with the professor. No way was she letting it slip away. So, she decided to climb over the walls of the Everhart Manor.
like something straight out of Tales from the Crypt. Hey, that window is open. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. The Everhart children. Harrison, Madeline, Richard, and Donna. This fellow really looks like the professor, but it's not him. That must be Elizabeth Everhart. She looks sad.
Ja, guck mal hier. Ein Fischkopf.
It appears the Everharts have been quite well off for generations. Or so they used to be.
War die Lichter drüben schon?
Wow, look at the size of this library. It's almost as big as Miskatonic's.
Actually, it wasn't even a third the size of Miskatonic's library, but young people can be terribly impressionable at times.
Troubling absences in my memory. That's exactly how I felt during those 3 months of 1956. What on earth happened here? I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here.
Evangeline had never pictured the professor as anything but a hermit. Certainly not someone his relatives still worried about.
Good thing this skull is fake.
Sicher?
Rich people definitely had weird ways of entertaining themselves.
But it wasn't mere entertainment. Harry's mother's life had long been shaped by tragedy, and she had become obsessed with the afterlife.
Das ist Tarot, ja, oder?
Goodness gracious. The professor's taste in literature is nothing if not peculiar.
Was ist das? Ein Hammer?
There's something oddly comforting about spinning these globes. Dyer was my applied geophysics professor. He was very strict. Strange character. No use. It's locked.
Okay.
This must be the professor's office.
Keiner da.
A key. I wonder what this opens. Nora and Harry? The professor was married. The professor had another appointment today. With a therapist.
Der Frosch im Hals.
Despite his tone, this Bowen fella doesn't seem particularly friendly. Professor Everhart doesn't look so intimidating in that portrait. Books in different languages. Spanish, Italian, German, Latin. Looks like one is missing.
Okay.
Evie's last remarkable trait was her extraordinary memory, a gift I was never blessed with. So allow me, the narrator of this tale, to be the one taking notes. For the sake of clarity, of course.
Set Providere, gut. Providere, DB-Bus, stand auf dem einen Bild dran. Hallo Schiebet.
Wow. The professor served in U.S. intelligence during the war.
USS. Geheimdienst.
Greenhouse. And the mausoleum. Someone lit the fireplace, but this room is still cold. Astrology is the most utterly stupid thing I've ever come across. A lapel pin with a rather peculiar emblem. Now it's open.
Dunkel?
Can't see a thing in here. Better turn my flashlight on. Much better. These tools haven't been used in a long time. That explains why the garden was an absolute mess.
Was hat er im Gewächshaus versteckt? Buch, ne? Nee.
Good heavens above, would you look at the size of this place?
Schlüssel benutzt.
It looks like there's a symbol carved into that bucket. Is that a fish? This vase-like thing with a face engraved on it can be rotated. What kind of madhouse does the professor live in?
Okay. Ja,
It's
nichts.
raining cats and dogs here.
Wohin? Achso, der weint, der lacht.
Careful. Stone staircase is slippery.
Jetzt sind Docs ja. Weiß ich nicht. Hast du nicht gegoogelt? Nee. Englische Redewendung noch nicht gegoogelt, ne?
Hidden room?
Englische, genau, ja. So nehme ich so hin.
Gosh, this is so beautiful. Seems like some sort of shrine. Is this the professor's wife?
Evie found it hard to believe that the recluse living in the abandoned mansion had ever loved anyone. But he had. Truly and profoundly.
Such a graceful and elegant woman.
Evie certainly had a keen eye for beauty.
schüttest wir es einmal. Genau. Hatten die doch, glaube ich, auch gerade gesagt hier.
Darn it. This door is locked.
Aha.
What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols.
Ah. Erste ist richtig. Der Lachende. Der soll für eine Blume gucken. Okay, warte mal, was haben wir denn hier? Das ist der Schlafende. Soll zum Mond gucken? Da ist ein Mond. Mond. Jawohl, okay, alles klar. Der soll Richtung Feuer gucken. Richtung Ja, vermutlich hier. Richtung Blume. Der guckt doch schon zum Fisch. Könnte wahrscheinlich nicht freigeben, wenn die vorherigen nicht frei waren. Shit. Sag mal.
It looks like there's a symbol carved into that bucket. Is that a fish?
Warum soll das nicht die Richtung sein hier? Ist doch dumm. Ewig weit laufen hier. What?
What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols.
Wieso sind der wieder zurück? Ah. Was soll denn das? Jetzt verstehe ich nicht. Dass wenn ich das vorletzte Symbol wieder scheinbar richtig mache, das dritte Symbol aufgeht. Und wenn das vorletzte Symbol falsch ist, geht uns das dritte Symbol zu. Wo es ja richtig stand. Flamme. Das heißt, das vorletzte Symbol kann jetzt richtig sein, aber das letzte ist halt noch falsch. Ich verstehe nur nicht, warum, wenn der jetzt Richtung Fisch gucken soll, warum das denn nicht richtig ist, Fisch. ist doch eindeutig. Na gut. Zweimal noch hin und her höchstens. Die Position und dann die hier. Die haben wir noch nicht gehabt. Nee. Das checke ich nicht. Wieso geht denn der jetzt wieder weg, wenn ich... Was fehlt mir hier oben noch, ne? Ach, warte mal. Die Schlösser da unten, die sind nicht die Position. Die Stifte, die sind nicht die Position, die sind die Anzahl der richtigen. Das heißt, ein anderer ist noch falsch. Lokett. Grüße. Danke. Ich muss sagen, jetzt wo ich ein paar Minuten rede, geht das schon viel besser.
What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock.
Wenn man so über eine Woche gar nicht redet und dann wieder plötzlich anfängt, dann erstickt man so förmlich so ein bisschen gefühlt. Aber aktuell geht's eigentlich ganz gut. Okay, irgendein anderer ist noch falsch. Vielleicht der mit der Pflanze? Oder der mit dem Dreifaltigkeitssymbol hier. Also wo soll der hingucken? Ja. Achso, zu dem da oben vielleicht. So. Ah, hier. Da ist das Symbol. Okay, ist das richtig? Ich dachte, die Stifte sind die Positionen, aber die Stifte sind einfach nur die Anzahl. Ne? Ja. ...55, Thomas Shujaya. War 80. 70. Und das Baby. Siehst du, da steht wieder so eine Worte dran, ne? Präaterit remutare.
Oh dear. A dead child. This is simply heartbreaking. The inscription on the frame reads, Praeterita mutare.
Mit 2. Ja, Präterita mutare. Aha. Jetzt malt ihr es auf hier.
In loving memory of our firstborn son, John Everett, father, husband, and servant of the people, found her path in the shadow of mourning? Maybe this guy was in the... That's from the Bible. Psalm 1, verse 1. This person must have been quite devout. This definitely looks like the greenhouse key.
Harry rarely spoke of his brother John, mostly because he had never known him. The boy had died years before Harry was born. Still, he believed that tragic incident had played a critical part in his mother's obsession with the occult.
Excellent.
Die Kerzen brennen einfach ewig hier.
The professor really seems to be interested in botany. It appears to be a Spanish edition of the science fiction novel The Future Eve. I'll keep it, just in case.
Ich klau's. Nur für den Fall der Fälle.
These white flowers are scattered all around the mansion.
Ah, okay, das ist das Buch, was da rein muss, an die richtige Stelle. Da steht Whisky im Regal.
The man's definitely a dead ringer for the professor. Ripped canvas.
Alter.
Ripped canvas. Looks like the professor's father was involved in politics.
Senat. Das kennen wir.
Such odd totems. Are these fishes? So Professor Everhart set on an expedition to the Pacific. I never pictured him as an adventurer.
Ist er nur...
That expedition must have been quite important for him.
Oh, it had certainly been important to him, and to the other expedition members.
Torn canvas. The frame
Ah.
reads, Sed Futura.
Okay, da gehört er hier rein.
Goodness gracious. Someone hired some goons to kill the professor.
Pharao. Möchte den Alten erledigen.
There are a lot of pictures of that fireplace. Oily shadows. Beginning to suspect the old professor's lost a few marbles.
Ein paar Marbles verloren. Witzig. Auf Deutsch sagt man, er hat nicht mal alle Tassen im Schrank. Oder wird verrückt. Und hier im Englischen Losing Marbles.
Wow, this room is really depressing.
Bisschen.
Someone has ripped the canvas. There's a Latin inscription in its frame. Providere debemus.
Ach, das ist der Weihnachtsbaum. Das ist eine Erinnerung.
The driver's license of a certain Manuel Silva. Looks like a shrine of some kind, dedicated to a woman.
Ach, hier, siehst du, da war das Symbol am Baum dran, ne? Ja, gut. Dachte ich mir schon, dass das vielleicht auch am Baum gewesen sein könnte. Der Baum wurde gefällt. Da ist das Symbol am Baum dran. Ne? Hätte ich erst hier drinnen gesucht, hätte ich das draußen nicht gewusst.
Under different circumstances, I might have found this song beautiful. But at the moment, it sends a shiver down my spine.
Ich weiß nicht weiter hier. Ja, nun. Eins fehlt ja noch, auf jeden Fall. Non Possumus. Oder Possumus non.
Goodness gracious. The professor's taste in literature is nothing if not peculiar.
Ah, hier.
Is this young man Professor Everhart? It does look like him. There's something written in Latin on his frame. Non possumus. I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here.
Jetzt wäre jetzt die Reihenfolge hier. Von jung nach alt. Von jung nach alt, na klar, hier. Von jung nach alt. Das ist doch das, diese Leute hier.
A secret compartment?
Evie had never been good with languages, least of all a dead one like Latin. Even so, she managed to grasp the general meaning of the phrase. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future.
Looks like a music box of some sort. It doesn't make any sound. Maybe it's broken. Unbelievable. There's some kind of secret compartment in the fireplace. Feels like a mystery novel.
This is Everhart.
Definitely like a mystery novel. Ooh, I Guess I need to go see what's down there. Professor! 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 What happened? He's knocked out cold. The statuette's broken. And the sphere. Shattered to pieces. I wonder if I...
No! Don't touch it! Don't touch it.
No touchy.
Introductions between strangers are always a bit awkward. But in Evie and Harry's case, things were even more uncomfortable, due to the unusual circumstances under which they had met.
How are you feeling, Professor?
Considering I was assaulted, knocked unconscious, and someone tried to rob me in my own home, I suppose not all that well.
Evie didn't know where to start. So, she took the most formal approach.
We haven't been properly introduced.
I know who you are, Miss Drayton. We had an appointment today. And I can also imagine what it is you want to talk to me about.
Evie was taken aback. He knew? So Professor Everhart had read her letters after all?
I suppose you have some questions for me, so go ahead.
Who's responsible for all this?
For the robbery? Dr. Frog in the throat.
Who?
My psychiatrist, or so I thought. I never should have brought him here. I've been too careless.
What is, or was, that statuette?
You haven't touched any of the pieces of it, have you?
No. You made that very clear.
Good. Because that black orb is made of...
Harry thought of telling her the orb contained the blood of an elder god that came from beyond time and space. But he chose not to frighten Evie for now.
a very dangerous substance.
Dangerous? What do you mean? Is it toxic?
Worse than that. I've seen people lose their sanity and their health just by coming into contact with that substance.
I read in a Herald article that the statuette was found in an excavation in Virginia. Is that correct?
Yes. In the caves near the Rappahannock River.
It was led by a professor from Miskatonic, right? Paisley or Presley?
Nathaniel Wingate Peasley.
Yes, Peasley. Do you think it would be possible to speak with him?
No. He passed away a few years ago. Of natural causes. Or so I hope.
Statuette is in pieces. What happened?
I destroyed it.
You destroyed it?
Yes. It was better than letting it fall into the wrong hands.
Evie felt frustrated. After all the effort it had taken to get Professor Everhart to agree to talk with her about that statuette. And on that very day, that curmudgeon shattered the relic into 1,000 pieces.
I thought the statuette was in the Miskatonic archive.
Yes, well, I brought it here for a research project I'm working on. About ancient civilizations.
Harry couldn't come up with a better excuse than that. Because I've hidden it in my own house to keep prying hands from succumbing to the terrifying powers of the Elder Gods sounded infinitely worse.
But there has to be more, right? More of those statuettes.
I really doubt it.
Are you sure? Because I'm convinced of it, Professor.
And why are you so convinced of that?
I've seen them. In my dreams.
What are you talking about?
Dreams about strange and ancient artifacts brought Harry bad memories. For personal reasons.
My dreams. I mentioned them in my letters. You remember? So, I have long dreamed of a place. It's an ancient stone city, hidden in the jungle, from prehistoric times. And there are more statuettes like that one, all holding those black orbs.
Miss Drayton, you better forget about...
So, if Peasley found that statuette in Virginia, maybe there could be more there.
Listen to me, Miss Drayton.
Maybe in those caves I could find
Enough
more...
of that! How could you be such a fool? Haven't you listened to a single word I've said? Don't you ever think of going near that cave in Virginia.
Professor, you can't be serious. I need answers.
Of course I'm serious! I forbid it!
Would you stop yelling at me? Grumpy old jerk. Look, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but nobody speaks to me in that tone. And what have I done to you to be so mad at me anyway? Because as far as I know, if it weren't for me, I'd still be locked up behind that fireplace. So you can talk to me till you're blue in the face, but you're not going to forbid me from going anywhere. Do you understand me?
It had been years since anyone raised their voice at Harry, and for the first time in a long time, he felt that an interaction with another human being had been authentic. Perhaps not very enjoyable, but authentic nonetheless.
That fireplace can be opened from the inside, Miss Drayton.
Oh, well,
But even so, I owe you an apology. You've taken quite a risk without even knowing me, Miss Drayton. So, thank you.
all right. Apology accepted.
You're completely determined to go to those caves, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
You're right. I can't stop you from going to Virginia. But how do you plan to get there from Arkham?
Well, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think there's a regular bus service, is there?
No, there is not. So here's my proposal. I'll go to Virginia with you. I'll take care of all the expenses, don't worry. If there's one thing I have plenty of, it's money. All I ask in return is that you please follow my instructions while we're there. And be very careful. We'll look for whatever it is you want to find there, and then we'll leave. Agreed, Miss Drayton?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Professor. And don't worry. I promise I won't get in any trouble.
Harry couldn't help but doubt that Evie would keep her promise. But even so, he immediately liked that sharp-tongued and stubborn girl. Which made sense. Harry had been a good friend of Evie's father, after all.
Kapitel 1 fertig.
Here we are, the Rappahannock River Caves.
But this place is closed off.
It is indeed. Apparently one of the excavation members died in there. An archaeologist named John Teague. That's why the government shut down the dig shortly after the statuette was found.
Wait, so what we're doing here is illegal?
If I told you that we were trespassing, would that stop you from going in, Miss Drayton?
Nah, not really.
Then go ahead, please. Here, take one. We'll use these to stay in touch. Apparently, the cave branches off into countless tunnels, forming a maze where it's easy to get lost. So watch your step, because the... Evangeline!
Oh.
Miss Drayton! Miss Drayton, can you hear me?
Watch
You
your
all right?
step.
Yeah, I think so. I'm safe. I'm on the path.
Follow the excavation trail. It'll lead you to the underground lake.
Emblem, hallo. Grüße.
A lake? In here?
Yes. The water from the Rappahannock seeps through limestone, so there's a complex hydrological system inside the cave. Peasley mentioned they had come across the statuette somewhere around that lake. It was one of the few things he still recalled from the dig.
Wait, he didn't remember the dig?
In his own words, he suffered a period of absence. Amnesia of some sort. He didn't even recall planning the excavation.
Ja, bin noch ein bisschen... Meine Stimme muss sich erst regenerieren. Das ist doch gut, wenn hier so ein Spiel für mich spricht die ganze Zeit. Zu viel geradelt? Nee, ich habe eine Bronchitis gehabt. Und tatsächlich, also das war jetzt so eine richtige Krankheit mal wieder, ne? Nach, keine Ahnung, 15 Jahren oder so gefühlt. Die 2 Corona-Infektionen, die ich hatte, die waren lange nicht so schlimm wie die Bronchitis, die ich jetzt hatte. Und ich bin jetzt eine Woche nicht... Ich bin nicht mal durch die Gegend spazieren gegangen. Ich habe jetzt meine Serie ist komplett gerissen. Scheiß drauf. Wenn man krank ist, ist man krank. Ja, bin ja jetzt schon wieder. Also ich habe jetzt eh Urlaub die Woche. Bin auf dem Weg der Besserung. Von daher. Es dauert halt, bis komplett hustenfrei ist, dauert halt eh
Professor, you won't
mehrere
believe
Wochen
this,
teilweise.
but I had amnesia too. I don't remember anything from September to November of last year. When I came to, I was surrounded by books and articles about a place in Norway called
Ich weiß.
Spitsbergen.
Spitsbergen. Isn't that near the Arctic Circle?
Professor? Professor, do you hear me?
Ich war ja auch richtig krank geschrieben schon, ne?
Well, everything was properly cleared for the excavation, no doubt about it. What is this place?
Miss Drayton, over here. I'm here. I'm glad to see you. I thought you'd gotten lost. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. You weren't lying about those tunnels. Have you found anything, Professor?
This mural. Come take a look at it.
Gleich.
Though Evie chose not to mention that report, it gave her a clear sense of the danger posed by the Black Ooze.
Gut.
Huh. The wording here is peculiar to say the least. I would have liked to speak with this man's father.
Truth is, Evie would not have liked that one bit. Nathaniel Peasley had always been a brooding, reserved man. More even than Harry.
So ein Wingate. Was ist das für ein Name?
Such strange plants.
Notice how, even though the stone seems to have been carved millennia ago, the lines repeat with an almost rhythmic cadence. It's as if they were trying to convey a coded message. What do you think?
All of that was Greek to Evie. Her world was equations and laboratory experiments. not decoding ancient languages.
You're the expert. I do remember some similar structures in my dreams.
Really? That's good. That means we're on the right track.
Da fehlt einiges, ey.
Gee, you do seem genuinely interested in this.
Well, it's an occupational hazard, I suppose.
Despite his best efforts, Harry had failed to bury his excitement for archaeological fieldwork.
But I'm mostly doing this to help you.
Do you think we might find more statuettes like Peasley's down here?
Miss Drayton, you were the one convinced you'd find more statuettes here, not me.
Yes, you're right. Is there anything I can do to help?
Take a look around the site. If you find anything worth noting, let me know.
I will, Professor. I'll take a look around, see if I can find anything interesting.
Fine. Just don't wander too far from the excavation site.
What do you think this means, Professor?
Warnings? Directions? Timelines? For now, it's hard to tell.
Schon cool irgendwie. Grafikstil mag ich auch sehr.
I see some sort of control panel here, and what look like piano keys?
Please refrain from touching anything, Miss Drayton.
Ne.
No, this isn't working.
Ah ja, das sieht vollständig aus.
Here's another one of those murals, and it looks better preserved than the one you're examining.
Excellent. When I'm finished with this one, I'll come take a look.
Ach nee, das ist okay, das ist ein anderes, ja. Er spielt diese Noten da. Für Alien. Und dann senkt sich irgendwas aus dem Wasser nach oben hoch. Erhebt sich.
Here's another one of those murals, and it looks better preserved than the one you're examining.
Excellent. When I'm finished with this one, I'll come take a look.
Also die linke, also nur die mittleren nicht, oder wie? Links, links, rechts, rechts. Ja, so einfach nicht.
I found some diving equipment. What if Peasley didn't find that statuette near the lake, but rather beneath the lake?
You're not thinking what I believe you're thinking, Miss Drayton.
That depends. What do you believe I'm thinking?
Getting into that diving suit and going down into the depths of the lake.
No. I just want to take a look around. That's all. This is the hose where the pressurized air comes out of. pressure gauge, a sealing joint. Nothing too complicated. I think I can make it work again. Oh, darn it. This machine doesn't seem to be working. This empty cylinder will do. The diving platform isn't getting any power.
What did you expect? The expedition wrapped up nearly 10 years ago. Nothing will be working after all this time. Still, best...
It seems they found the statuette in the depths of the cave's lake.
Evie deliberately chose to omit that the man in the photograph had been entirely covered in black ooze.
In the depths of the lake? Are you sure about that? Wait until I finish with this mural and we'll talk about it.
Die Raffinerie erreichen, um die Statuette zu bergen.
An air compressor. It looks like it works in the same way as the one we had in the workshop, except for diving cylinders instead of car wheels. Seems like a telephone for communicating with the diver.
Erst 10 Jahre liegt es also rum hier? Okay.
Professor, have you read this report? Does Project Kronos mean anything to you?
No, I've never heard of it.
I found a report stating that the entire cave may function as an open-tube acoustic resonator, sustaining standing sound wave patterns.
Yes, could be.
Harry was a scholar rather than a scientist. Of course, he hadn't understood a word of Evie's scientific jargon.
Okay. Was ist das, was sich hebt?
I see some ruins rising out of the water here. Oh, Peasley mentioned a refinery of some sort.
A refinery? In here?
"10 feet? I wonder why these structures were so colossal."
Drei Meter hohe Aliens.
There's another mural. Looks like instructions of some kind. Just a series of steps to follow.
Instructions, you say? Well, this is all quite fascinating.
Okay. Also Ei mit Mini-Wesen in Behälter packen, Wasser drauf machen, kochen, strahlen. Was auch immer. Oh ja, ja.
Here's another mural. Looks like instructions of some kind.
Aber das ist nicht Wasser, das ist ein
Series
Öl.
of steps to follow.
Instructions, you say? Well, this is all quite fascinating.
Öl kochen. Energy.
Gentlemen, I'll be recording the meeting.
Achievement.
So, September 4th, 1948.
Hey.
Gentlemen, I'll be recording the meeting. So, September 4th, 1948. Present, members of the team, Nathaniel Peasley, John T.
Skip the introduction and get to the point, damn it. We've been down in these caves for months and barely made any progress.
Look, if you're so worried about progress, maybe next time you want underwater samples, you can suit up yourself and go down there.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that, Teague. You
Listen,
only...
this dispute is outside our purpose. We must attend solely to assuring that the refinery still fulfills its function, and that the liquid residual compound remains abundant.
Peasley? What on earth are
I
you...
declare this conversation concluded. Good day.
I can't believe this fella is in charge of the dig.
Well, he's got a rather peculiar way of speaking, that's for sure. I'd say even Stahl makes more sense than him.
Whoa, what a weirdo.
Yeah, such an odd group of people. I see some ruins rising out of the water here. There's some kind of stone dumbwaiter here.
Speise auch zu.
A dumbwaiter?
Viel kann ich gerade nicht machen hier. Hallo Kira. Rätseleien. Jetzt hier.
Here's another one of those murals, and it looks better preserved than the one you're examining.
Excellent. When I'm finished with this one, I'll come take a look.
Was fehlt mir noch, glaube ich. Also ich krieg den Taucheranzug nicht an, ne? Oder? Ich jetzt. Hier.
The wiring in this place doesn't look too tricky. I think I could get it running again.
They're teaching physics majors to repair junk now?
Hardly. My Uncle Mo showed me the ropes. He and my dad had a workshop. Now it's working. Well, it must be full of air now. You won't believe it, but I managed to get the whole diving system working. The suit is ready to—
What? Didn't I tell you to leave that damned suit alone?
But Professor,
You promised you wouldn't get into any trouble. That's why I brought you here, remember?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Of course I'm right. What were you thinking? Forget about going down into that lake. You hear me?
Okay, Professor. Sorry about that.
Evie knew perfectly well that going down into the depths of the lake was not only dangerous, it was reckless. Besides, she had given the professor her word. So she asked herself if she really wanted to go down there. And the answer, of course, was yes.
Professor, can you hear me? I'm sorry, but I'm going down.
What? Are you out of your mind? Don't do it! You're going to...
I have to go, Professor.
So ein bisschen,
I'm sorry.
ja. So ein bisschen.
Wow.
Subnautica 3.
Evangeline? Evangeline? Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm here, Professor.
How could you go down there on your own? That was utterly reckless. Don't you realize the danger you're in? Come back up right now.
Please calm down. It's all right. I just want to take a look down here.
Evie felt she was so close to finding answers. And she was already down there. What harm could it do if she just took a look at that refinery?
This is madness. I should have been the one to go down.
Professor, how could you possibly go down here at your age?
What do you mean at my age? I'm only 67.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like 80?
Harry found himself thinking he might have let himself go too much. 80 years old? Really?
Oh, must be the beard. Tell me what you see, please.
It's hard to put into words. I never imagined an underwater cave could hold so much beauty.
What's happening?
This place is full of black liquid waterfalls?
Miss Drayton, please. Turn back at once and return by...
Oh no. No, no, no! I'm trapped! There's a column of black ooze behind me. Oh god, what do I do?
Keep calm, Evangeline. We'll find a way out, all right? And most important, don't go near the black ooze under any circumstances. Now move forward and tell me what you see.
I see a ladder. Someone from the excavation must have made it this far.
Climb it. The farther you are from the black ooze, the better.
I'm out of the water. I think I'm in the refinery Peasley talked about. Professor, there's another mural here. Looks like a creature carrying the statuette and breaking the black ooze flow.
So that statuette repels the ooze? It's odd, but it's our only choice.
Das ist die Statuette, okay.
I don't know if I can actually do anything here. The whole chamber looks dead. Powered down.
Kommen wir nicht rüber?
I can see the other end of that stone dumbwaiter. We were wrong about the statuettes, Professor. They're not ritual or ornamental objects. They're just energy containers, like a car battery. I can see one of those murals in here. But this one is massive. Wait a minute. I know this. I've seen this hundreds of times.
In your dreams?
No. At the university. This is a blueprint. A technical drawing. Thousands of years old, but that's what it is. And you won't believe this, but everything in here runs on...
Black ooze.
How could you possibly know that?
I just know. Tell me what else is in the mural.
Ja, hier haben wir den Fahrstuhl hier. Da haben wir Öltank. Wenn da Druck drauf ist, dann gehen die ganzen Sachen hier.
Those ruins I saw rising out of the water, they're not ruins, Professor. They're two stone towers. And apparently, they're used to alter the state of that liquid. The black ooze. Those ruins I saw rising out of one of those towers is loaded with statuettes.
I told you so, Professor, Evie thought of saying. But seeing the mess she'd gotten herself into, she figured it wasn't the right time to brag.
Those piano keys I saw on the surface, it seems they're used to control the towers. It looks like the black ooze can be channeled from where I am now. There's some kind of valve-driven collector system that directs the flow upward. Apparently, we need 4 units of black ooze.
Tja. Kann nichts drücken hier.
Wait, what?
What is it, Miss Brent?
It lit up. Everything in here just lit up all of a sudden.
Huch. Okay, das ist so ein Stirb langsam Rätsel, ne? Ich habe 2 Einheiten, ich habe 3 Einheiten und ich will 4 Einheiten haben. Wie kriege ich 4 Einheiten rein? Genau, 3 rein. Ich mache 2 weg, dann ist nur noch 1 übrig, dann mache ich nochmal 3 rein.
I'll try to redirect the black ooze upward.
Oh ne, das war nicht so
Please be careful.
gedacht.
Don't worry. This isn't so different from the fluids lab back at Miskatonic.
Aha. Ja, aber ich bin nur eine Schicht hoch. Ja, tatsächlich so ein bisschen Lovecraft auch, ja. Aber nur wenig, glaube ich. Hier sind 2 Einheiten. Ne? Ach so, unterhalb kann ich nur verschieben. Okay, das ist erstmal voll. Team verraten, ja. Check's nicht. Hallo, Acid.
Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze.
Aber was ist denn hier Black? Ist nichts Black.
Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze.
Okay, also Wasser will ich nicht haben. Puzzle Games. Will was drücken, genau. Ah, hier dampfe ich wieder.
This'll be impossible if there's water in between the units of black ooze. I should empty the big tank.
Okay, jetzt nicht ganz wie das stimmt langsam Rätsel. fängt aber von unten immer an, ey. Wo kommt denn hier das Wasser aber her? Ja, jetzt hab ich's.
All right, I think I've got it. I've redirected the black ooze upwards, so...
Yes. Something's happening up here. Let me take a look.
Danke. Ja. Ist schon fast gut alles wieder.
What is that?
Harry's fascination was growing. Here he had living proof of an ancient civilization with technology beyond anything he had ever seen.
Actually towers. Stone towers. Good. I've rotated the tower to the right.
Ach so. Es dreht ihn nur. Fehlt noch was hier?
No, not now, damn it.
But the oily shadows Harry saw obeyed no reason. They simply appeared when he least expected them. Though the reality of those shadows was, of course, far more complex than that.
Die war nicht on, ja. 2 Wochen lang nicht.
I think the statuettes are down there. Evangeline, there's another mural in here.
Do you think you can interpret it, Professor? What does it portray?
Apparently they used fire to do... something.
That makes sense. This is some sort of refinery after all.
Feuer anmachen.
I think the statuettes are down there.
as far as the towers can move in that direction.
Okay, dann kann ich nicht in den rechten Tower rein. Ist ja eh der Ofen da drin.
I see an entrance ahead. Aha. So if I play the notes in reverse order, they trigger the opposite effect. Oh my.
What is it, Professor?
You are right. This stone tower is filled with statuettes.
For many years, Harry had been haunted by that statuette. Still, he felt reassured to find that none of these held a sphere of black ooze.
Evangeline, I think we can use this contraption to exchange items between us.
The dumbwaiter, you mean?
Yes, the dumbwaiter. What does this mean? Filling? The statuette fits perfectly.
Überraschend.
Tower with black ooze.
Hihi. verstehe ich die Links-Rechts-Reihenfolge. Unten ist links. Also ist das rechts. Zweite, ganz rechts, dritte. Ah.
That purple hue. Yes, it should be complete now.
Naja, 1, 2, 4, 5 war oben. Aufgeladen.
Harry glanced uneasily at the freshly made black orb. He didn't like it one bit.
All right. I think I've followed all the steps. Now I just need to send it to Evangeline. I hope she knows what to do with it.
Ha. Schon cool, gefällt mir. Mag so Rätsel.
Evie finally held the statuette in her hands, and at once she felt disappointed. Yes, the statuettes were containers of energy, but did that explain her dreams? Her visions? She had to learn more about that lost civilization.
I've got the statuette, Professor, but it looks incomplete. Different than in the murals. The black orb should be lower. Now it looks right.
Excellent. Now you should be able to cross safely. Come on, get out of there, quickly!
Schauen wir mal.
Can you... me... and...
Professor? I'm losing you.
Delene!
Professor! Professor! I can't hear you.
Evie felt a chill sweep through her body.
Don't worry, gentlemen. Everything's gonna be fine.
Impossible though it was, she had just heard her dead father's voice. Unmistakably.
It works! It works! The path is open!
Evangeline? I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Glad you're back, Professor.
I'll be waiting for you here. Once you're out, we'll return to... What the...
Professor?
Da ist jetzt der Professor Froschemeister.
Evangeline, listen to me. There's someone else here.
What do you mean, someone else?
Stay down there until I tell you to...
Professor? Professor!
Evie lingered in the dark waters of the cave, waiting for the professor's signal. A signal that never came. Even so, prudent as she was in waiting, her air supply wouldn't last forever. So when all the noise above finally ceased, she decided to come up.
Professor! Professor, I finally have it! I have the statue...
Well, this is interesting. You're going to have to come with us, Miss Drayton.
Mhm. Das ist er.
Wake her up. Welcome back, Evangeline.
Finally, this is also the story of an obsessive, manipulative, and ambitious man. This is the story of Caleb Bowen.
Wait, where am I?
I'll be the one asking the questions here, girl. My name is Caleb Bowen. I work for the United States government.
Bowen often made that claim, though it was at best a half-truth. Sure, he'd worked for the government once, but that was a long time ago, and he'd been running solo for years.
Do you realize that you trespassed on a site closed off by the United States government? And more importantly, that you were seen in the company of Professor Harrison Everhart. You may not know this, but Everhart is a subversive individual. We suspect he may be working for the communists.
Bowen kept lying. He knew Harry could be many things, but a communist was definitely not one of them.
You better have proof for what you're saying.
You are in no position to demand anything, girl. But even so, I'll show you who Professor Everhart really is. Your father's name was Franklin Drayton. He and his brother Moses ran a workshop in Benoit, Mississippi called Drayton Motors. He died in a work accident in San Francisco in 1934. Is that correct?
You've been investigating me? What kind of...
Shut up and listen to what I have to say. Do you recognize anyone besides your father in this photograph?
Wait, is that Professor Everhart?
Oh, correct. Everhart led an expedition to the Pacific in 1934. Your father was part of that expedition.
That was the only truth Bowen told during his conversation with Evangeline.
Your father didn't die in San Francisco, Miss Drayton. He died in excruciating agony, alone and abandoned, on an island in the Pacific, and all because of Professor Everhart. I bet he never told you that, did he? In fact, every member of the Everhart expedition died or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Even the professor's wife, whose strange illness was the impetus for the expedition, vanished under equally mysterious circumstances.
I didn't vanish. I simply fulfilled my destiny, accepting the painful sacrifice my husband planned.
Der macht gerade Hypnose auf mich, der Froschtyp da rechts, ey.
How can you possibly know that?
One of my associates was part of that expedition. She also perished, though not before informing us of what had happened.
Evie was in shock and full of doubt. The professor was a withdrawn and sullen individual and, frankly, really hard to deal with, but could he also be responsible for her father's death? Despite her doubts, she kept silent, and wisely so. She still didn't trust this Bowen fella, regardless of his claim that he worked for the government.
Now you know the kind of person you've gotten involved with, Evangeline. And the kind of trouble you're in. I have a few questions for you. For your own good, I suggest you cooperate. That platform beneath the lake in the Rappahannock River caves, how did you manage to activate it?
Das war im ersten Teil, hatten wir vor 2 Wochen gespielt. Und genau, da spielt man die Ehefrau, die auf der Suche nach ihrem verschwundenen Mann ist auf dieser Insel und so weiter. Und am Ende... Ja, am Ende stirbt sie halt so oder so. Ob sie zurückkehrt oder nicht zu ihrem Mann. Und der Mann ist jetzt quasi wieder auf der Spur, so Sachen zu suchen.
You're wrong. I didn't activate any platform.
Don't try to lie to me, girl. You're no good at it.
You must have recognized the girl's cognitive pattern, I'm sure of it. She even mentioned a period of amnesia. Just like Peasley.
I hope you're right.
Evangeline had not the slightest idea what those two men were talking about.
Next question. You said a word while you were asleep. Nakotis. Do you know what that means?
Lümmel.
It means pompous government jerk with a ridiculous pencil mustache.
You watch your mouth, girl. I'm warning you. Final question. Have you heard of someone named Dr. West?
Dr. Wild Wild West.
Yes, he's a famous proctologist. Maybe he could help with your hemorrhoids.
This is a waste of time, Pharaoh.
Oh.
It's obvious the girl is hiding something, but there are more effective and less traumatic ways of getting that information.
You're right. Proceed.
Er ist Pharao, gell? Also. Ja.
You expect me to buy that this old geezer with a bow tie works for the government too?
You'll recall I mentioned that Evie was feisty and stubborn as a mule, and whatever they had injected her with wasn't doing much to tame her spirit.
I like to laugh too, Miss Drayton. Please take a look at this. Do you understand this language?
Even though it was written in those puzzling characters, Evie understood the book's title. Nakotic Manuscripts. Non-linear displacements toward the Great Library and reversible transfer of cognitive pattern.
Tell me, Miss Drayton, what's written in the book cover?
Nakotic Manuscripts.
Hä? Hab ich nicht
Evie
gesagt.
surprised herself. Had she spoken
Ich hab
against
dritte
her will,
ausgewählt.
she couldn't
Lol.
help but translate the book's subtitle as well. She was feeling more and more tired.
That's better, Miss Drayton.
Sag
Now,
doch. Bin hypnotisiert.
open the book. Focus and listen to my voice. Listen to my voice while you read the book to us. Read the book to us.
Ja, hypnotisiert hat er mich, ey. Das war ganz am Anfang auch schon mit dem Metronom.
Nakotis.
What just happened? Am I in my dorm?
Lieber im Dom als im Darm. Ha. Oh, klar.
Oh no, Evie was not in her dorm room. Not at all.
Papa.
Hey, over here, Evangeline. Hey, how are things, kid?
Papa! Papa! But it can't be! You're alive?
Oh, of course I am, darling. But you have to find a way.
That was not her father, of course.
You must reach Nakotis.
Have I crossed another one of those portals?
Okay.
Good Lord. None of this makes any sense. This is weird. Really weird.
Salve, Cornathun, Nakotis.
Hä?
Joining Motors? Dad and Uncle Mo's motor shop in Benoit?
Moses, we're running out of money. If we don't get some cash soon, we'll have to shut the shop down. Yeah, well, that's easy for you to say. I've got a daughter to provide for.
You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested by any chance in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific?
Papa, don't do it! Don't go to San Francisco, please!
Das wird das Arbeitsunfall groß geworden.
Hey, what just happened?
It'll only be a few days, Jitterbug. I'll be back before you can say Jack Robinson.
Jack Robinson. Das ist das aus dem ersten Teil.
Drayton is dead, but it doesn't matter. His death brings me closer to an answer. I'll do whatever it takes. The only thing that matters is Nora's life.
Wait, no. That doesn't sound like the professor at all.
Evie realized Bowen's lies were seeping into her thoughts.
Stoza, danke fürs Erschrecken. Das sehen wir in müden Augen an. Aber du siehst mich ja gar nicht so wirklich. Du hörst mich ja nur. Bisschen. Grüße dich, danke dir. Ja, ich war 2 Wochen krank, jetzt bin ich so langsam fast wieder auf dem Dampfer.
Frank, how do you feel?
Not good. But that doesn't matter anymore, Mr. Harry. Just listen to me.
Hast du mich bekommen?
Get
Ah.
off this cursed island. You'll find nothing here but death. Go back home. Spend what time you've got left with your wife. And there's another thing I want to ask of you.
Wait, ja. Drückst Genesung auf 100%. Dass man die Straße mit Fahrrad und sicher machen. Ja, ich bin tatsächlich jetzt eine Woche nicht draußen gewesen, sogar richtig. Fahrrad seit 10 Tagen nicht.
Where am I now? Who are you?
Salve Cornathun.
Das ist aus dem Anfangstraum.
The great engineer?
Fahrradfahren-Simulator. Es gibt so ein Tour de France-Spiel, das ist richtig kacke, ey. Da musst du die ganze Zeit richtig selber beschleunigen und irgendwie mithalten und so. Das habe ich mal probiert, das war richtig kacke.
Salve Cornathun. Nakote.
Oh, guck. Nein, die Joystick-Killer nicht, also kannst du auch Controller-Spieler
Hear
machen.
that?
Das
We
war
were
einfach zu viel.
right. We finally found the coordinates. At last, we know where Nakotis lies. Thanks for your cooperation, Miss Drayton.
About an hour after Evangeline had her otherworldly vision.
Finally, I'm inside.
Harry snuck into the same building where she was being kept captive. He had been there many years ago, when he was seeking funding for the Everhart expedition.
Okay, ich würde sagen, damit habe ich für heute eigentlich meinen Soll erfüllt. Es hat besser geklappt, als ich gedacht habe in meiner Stimme. Ich habe mich auch zurückgehalten, ich habe nichts vorgelesen und so. Aber dann machen wir andermal weiter. Hinweis erhalten. Gibt es hier so einen Button? Nee. Achso, genau. Es gab beim Spielstand Kira, es gab noch die Option, auszuwählen, ob ich den ersten Teil gespielt habe oder nicht. Eventuell ist da die Sprecherin. Also die muss ja doch dabei sein, die Sprecherin. Ich weiß nicht, was denn anders ist, wenn man sagt, man hat den ersten Teil nicht gespielt. Aber deswegen habe ich ihn ja extra gespielt, letzten 2 Wochen. Damit wir wissen, was hier Phase ist. Okidoki. So,